Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Brix and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your puppy's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that's given is a tug and let go on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. He's been fitted with his very own training collar, and he's going to be come home with that, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, if you notice, Brix is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash next to your left leg, and the command is Brix heel.
Brix.
Now, at this point, Brix has a job to do, and that is to stay even with you on walks. And ultimately, we would like Lewis to be able to have the puppy beside him in the wheelchair and incorporated into this heeling exercise is an automatic sit. So you see that each time that Rich stops his feet, Brix has been taught to sit without being told and wait for his next command. So when you stop to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, he shouldn't be jumping at anyone or flailing around at the end of the leash. You want him sitting quietly like a gentleman at your left side. And Rich is talking to him and encouraging him as they go. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it's a firm one-word command. Your long sit-stay, you're going to start out with about 30 seconds, and you're going to work up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him as an additional distraction, and they always end up right back where they started at heel position, and Brix gets some hugging for praise. We don't use food as a motivator, we use only verbal commands and praise. Nice automatic sit. And depending on how enthusiastic he's being on any day, if he's really amped up, you don't have to use a lot of praise. If he's, you feel as though he's not liking it or not wanting to do it, that's when you stimulate him with praise. Rich is going to leave him in another sit-stay. And we're going to demonstrate now the recall or the come on command. You use your puppy's name, you lighten your tone of voice, and he should come right in front and sit facing your knees. So everything is about him keeping 4 feet on the ground, because as a service or therapy dog, absolutely no jumping is allowed. And he's been doing very, very well with that. Nice heeling, nice matching pace with Rich, not dragging him, and that's his job, to stay right with you. We're going to demonstrate that come on command again for you, because that is also a very important command. And then Rich doesn't take it over the top when he calls him, because then you get him so amped up that he's liable to come in and jump on you. And you want him to always come and sit right in front of you. Now the next exercises that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands, and there are 2 of those. The first one is the down from a heel position. So with your puppy seated, always sitting first at your left, you take your left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay. Now you saw Rich tell him no, and that's because he was sniffing the ground, and we try to avoid that. He's not supposed to be eating things off the ground when he's in his down stay. Now Rich is going to correct him for that, and we're going to do that exercise again. Open palm straight down toward the ground, the one-word command to down and stay. You can practice these exercises right in your house. You don't have to go outside in the cold. Your long down stay is for 1 minute, working up to 5 minutes. Rich heals him out of that. And there's lots of good smells out here and a lot of distractions, but I'm sure there are where you live too.
Stay.
So discourage that sniffing. Now this time Rich will call him out of that exercise.
Bricks, come.
He's done a really incredible job for such a young puppy. He's really tried hard, and he's a nice dog. And we will work with you and continue to work with you until you get him exactly where he needs to be. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is his down from a distance. So with the puppy seated at your left, you give him the stay command.
Stay.
You turn to face him. You use your right hand to give this command, and you give the down command. Now we've demonstrated for you all of Brix's formal obedience commands: his healing, his automatic sits, his stay, sit stay, his down stay, his come, and his down from a distance. These are the exercises that we're going to start you off with for practicing at home. We will be here for you every step of the way. He's done a fabulous job. We know you're going to be so proud of him, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.